Cheers, everybody. Always lots to talk about in the studio, especially today. Welcome back to the studio. 4 points before we dive in. All right, number one, Happy New Year, wherever you're watching around the world. Hope you had a great new year, and let's get it in this new year. Point number two, trip down memory lane. We're gonna do a full comparison in another video. Just want to put that out there. I'll make mention of, yes, the V1. There it is. Soak it in, everybody. The V2. Who remembers that colorway? And the V3. And now we are on the V4 for the New Balance Rebel lineup. Oh, man. Gosh, it's a fun lineup. That's probably the best word for this shoe is fun, and there is the V4. So, wanted to mention that. And yes, I don't know what's going on, everybody. So here, how do embargoes work? I don't know if this shoe is under embargo, frankly. How embargoes work is that companies will email me and other people around the world that have followings on the internet, and they'll say, hey, don't talk or show this shoe before this date. I never got that email from New Balance. All right, so I have no idea but I wish St. Nicholas, thank you for sending the shoe. It just showed up at my house, everybody. And I looked through my email, I looked through my spam, and I never got an email from New Balance saying, hey, you can't talk about the shoe. So what? We're gonna talk about it, all right? So thank you, New Balance, for St. Nicholas for sending this shoe my way. All right, so oh yeah, and last but not least, all the stats are not going to be available yet. Just putting that out there as far as the women's size 8, for example, as far as the weight goes for the shoe. Just want to mention that. And then also, down below, Running Warehouse, thank you for supporting this YouTube channel and the creation of these full reviews for you by using the links below to buy all your running gear, your shoes, your gear. It helps me create these videos for all of you. And you might want to go buy I'll link to it. You might want to go buy the V3. Just put it out there right now. I'm going to make 2 key points about the V4 that are interesting. I'm just going to put it that way. So be aware before you click buy for the V4. All right, shall we dive in? There's the basic stats that I have thus far, okay? So, and I'll put the full review score up here in a second, but again, there's 2 key updates, one to the upper and one to the midsole that you just need to be aware about. All right, and I'm gonna start here. I don't do this often. The caliper, is that how you pronounce it? This was the biggest change, and again, we're gonna do a full running shoe battle comparison very soon between the V4 and the V3, but immediately, I didn't even need the caliper. There it is, everybody. The digital gauge was the heel, all right? And actually, should I go there now? Look at the difference there in the heel. Major, major difference. So, if you wanted more stability from the V3 feel understep to the V4, buy the V4. It's way more stable, way wider landing area. It's, in fact, I measured it, 91 I believe I was getting, and this guy is now at, actually, you know what? I can't even remember them. There they are on your screen, 93 and 81. That's what it was. 93 in the heel, 81 as far as the width in that heel, and there's the forefoot as well. So basically the same width through the forefoot as far as the landing is concerned, but not in the heel. Major updates. Keep that in mind. I personally am a 4-foot striker. I love the loosey-goosey feel of the Rebel V1, 2, and especially the 2 and the 3, okay? So it's not quite as loosey-goosey under step, you know what I mean? I sometimes, not always, but sometimes I want to be in charge of the shoe, not the shoe in charge of me. That's really what you got in the V2 and the V3, all right? I'm going to stop there. It still feels like a Rebel understep, but it's just a little more stable. There's the durometers, okay? Basically the same, but it's still very soft. Like anything in around 30, under 30. It's a similar feel, but it's just a little more structured. And I'm not sure I prefer that, but you might prefer that. All right, we good there? All right, on to the upper, paper thin. Perfect for the summertime. In the wintertime, I had to wear some thick socks, all right? Keep that in mind if you live in the great north, if you buy this in the wintertime. Very thin upper through the toe box. Eyelet chain, fine. It's got this new Phantom fit, fine. I'm not saying it was a huge leap forward from other iterations, but here's, semi-gusset through the tongue. I love that, New Balance. Good job there. Lockdown, there's the scores, okay, for the upper. And why is the overall score not better? Oh, man. I don't want to even go there. All right. The heel flare, New Balance. And this is the second big update that you need to know about. The heel flare is kind of gone. If it is gone, all right? The heel flare, the elf heel, whatever you want to call it, that's the back of the shoe there, the heel counter, and I experienced just a little bit of rubbing. Just a little bit, right on the Achilles tendon. It wasn't bad, I didn't get a blister, but it was not the V3 heel flare. And I love a good, you know, if you've been watching shoe reviews in the Studio for years and years and years now, you know I'm a heartthrob for a heel flare. And it's, I don't know why. New Balance, why? Why is it gone? All right, so that's why the scores are not better for the upper. All right, midsole, again, there's the scores on your screen. I'm pleased, and it's got good energy return. I'm not saying it's improved, but it's good. Did I even mention this? The weight, I went 10. Ding, 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 all day long. I went 10, everybody. It got lighter, not by much. My scale, again, it's just my scale, my size, we were coming down about 0.1 or 0.2 ounces, which is amazing. Anything under 6.8 ounces, it's just amazing. So for a trainer, and on that note, how would I use this shoe? Definitely tempo days. I would do a long run, but it wouldn't be my first choice for a long run. Not quite enough structure under step, but absolutely tempo days. I would run a 5K, local race on the roads if I had to in this guy, or maybe, not a peak race, but just wanted to go out there, stretch the legs a little bit, and so that's how I would use this shoe moving forward, okay? And outsole, I love it. I just, why not emphasize that decoupled? They're starting to think about a decoupled groove there through the outsole. I don't know. Let's increase that in the V5. New Balance, nice rubber on the outsole, gripped well, even in some slight ice and snow since we're testing in the winter. Did fine out there, so no complaints really about the outsole. I'm excited. Thank you, New Balance, again for sending it to me. I don't even know. Oh yeah, there's my full review score. Okay, soak it in. A little lower, but overall, I'm excited about this lineup. It'll be interesting, I must say, because I feel like it's quite the divergence from the V3 to the 4. So what will happen with the V5, we shall see. All I know, New Balance, is that you got a big following of fans that like the Rebel lineup. So keep it going. I want everyone to be aware of the heel and of the girthiness of the midsole and how it's a wider landing through the heel especially, which some people will prefer. And actually, it might increase the sales of this shoe moving forward, the fact that it's a wider landing. For me, it's not necessary, but again, I'm speaking to the general public here, is that you might prefer that heel landing. All right, there's the comment of the day question of the day as well. Here we go. Who is a Rebel fan and who has purchased the 1, the 2, or the 3? Not all of them, but just any of them. And what did you think of the Rebels of the past? And will you pick up the Rebel V4 in the future? Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I know that was a little quicker, but more stats will be coming in over time, and I'm just excited, New Balance, for what you're doing here with the Rebel lineup. All right, we will toss it to the Rebel V3 full review. And like I said, you might want to stock up. You might want to stock up before they're gone, right? I think they're under $100 for sure now, right there. All right, seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you soon.